Good morning, children. Welcome to the online class. Today we are going to see the civics lesson 1, that is forms of government and democracy. I have completed, and we are going to do the revision. Today, hereafter, we are going to do the revision from these lessons. Today we start the revision from the first chapter, civics, that is forms of government and democracy. I will revise all the answers from this chapter. First we start from the choose the correct answer. First one is a system of government in which one person reigns supreme, usually a king or queen, is called. The answer is monarchy. There are different forms of government we have seen globally. About 7 forms of government we have seen. And among these forms of government, this monarchy is also one of the forms of government. Monarchy is a monarchical form of government. The ruler is supreme, king or queen. That ruler will be supreme. He has got more power. He is known as monarchy. All the powers in one hand. All the power means legislative, executive and judiciary. All these 3 powers possessing one person will be supreme. That is monarchy. Second one is a system of government with absolute power. This is another form of government. That is autocracy, autocratic rule. The autocratic rule, no freedom, no right given to the people. He used all the powers strictly. That is autocracy. Former Soviet Union is an example for oligarchy. Oligarchy means a group of people ruled the former Soviet Union. Previously, now Soviet Russia. Previously, United States of Soviet Russia. That was ruled by the group of people. That is oligarchy. That form of government existed in the former Soviet Union. Select the odd one. That is, the answer is USA. USA, the presidential form of government. Here it is mentioned that different from all other form of government, that is USA. Fifth one, Abraham Lincoln is the president of the USA. He was the first president of America. Usually the president of America is elected once in 4 years. If the president completed successfully, he can contest in the election one more time. Say, for example, recently the presidential election held in USA. The USA presidential election, Donald Trump, he belonged to the Republican Party. He was defeated, and the Democratic Party leader became the ruler of America. Already Donald Trump ruled about 4 years, successfully completed, so he contested again the election and for another 4 years, but he was defeated. Another one ruler is Joe Biden, who belonged to the Democratic Party. He was elected as the president of USA. Like this Abraham Lincoln was elected as the first president of USA. Kudavole system was followed by Cholas. Ancient Cholas, there was a system, the local self-government. In the ancient period, Cholas gave the efficient administration, especially in the local self-government. The members are elected one of the method that is known as Kudavole system. That is the early Chola period. The three important rulers in southern India. One among them was Cholas. They were popular among all the three rulers. Because they gave the efficient administration through this system. The persons for the local self-government elected through this Kudavoli system. Seventh one, direct democracy in olden times existed in the city-states of ancient Greece. Two types of democracy, direct and indirect democracy. Direct democracy means that people take part in the administration directly. This direct democracy is possible only the small states. Small state. Here it is mentioned the city-state of ancient Greece. City-states. Greece is a number of city-states. Small states. Small state. That is, there the direct democracy is possible. The direct democracy means people take part directly in the administration. That is direct democracy. From which language was the term democracy derived? The word democracy derived from Greek language. Demo and Gracie. Demo means people, Gracie means rule. People's rule, the democracy, that derived from the Greek language. In democracy, the final authority rests with the people. The democratic form of government, final authority was the people. Democratic form of government, people has got more rights, more power than the other form of government. And on which one of the country has the presidential form of government? USA is example for presidential form of government. Presidential form of, our country is an example of parliamentary form of government. But the presidential form of government, USA is an example for presidential form of government. There the president has got more power to rule the country. The largest democratic country in the world is India. India is the largest democratic country in the world. Many countries are the democratic countries are there, but India is the largest democratic country in the world. 12th one, ascertain and reason. The answer is both A and R are true and R explains A. The two statements also true. The A, that is ascertain, explain, the reason explains A. The reason explains A. The direct democracy is practiced in Switzerland. People directly participates in decision making. Switzerland is also example of direct democracy. The direct democracy, peoples participate directly, take part. The decision making and all, the people directly take part. So that first option is correct. Next one is ascertain and reason. Both A and R are true and R explains A. India has a parliamentary form of democracy. Reason is Indian parliament comprises two houses. Indian parliamentary has two houses, namely Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. Lok Sabha is the lower house, Rajya Sabha is the upper house. Lower house is Lok Sabha. Lower house is powerful house than the Rajya Sabha because the Lok Sabha members are directly elected by the people, but the Rajya Sabha members are not directly elected by the people, they are nominated members. The Lok Sabha 545 members are there. All the 545 members are directly elected by the people. The Rajya Sabha 250 members are there. All the 250 members are not directly elected by the people, all are nominated. Meaning of franchise is right to vote. Franchise means right to vote. Our country, India, age only the criteria to cast vote. We have got the voting right. We are getting the voting right at the age of 18. One who attained the age of 18, names must be enrolled in the electoral list. They have to get the voter's ID to cast the vote. So the 18 years, the criteria to cast the vote. The age only the criteria to cast our vote. That is franchise, right to vote. We are getting the voting right at the age of 18. The meaning of franchise is right to vote. We are getting the voting right. That is franchise. The grant of universal franchise creates social equality. Grant of universal franchise that creates social equality. India is a vast democratic country. From throughout India, 18 years, one who attained the age of 18 can cast the vote. That creates social equality for all, equal rights. Prime Minister of India appointed by President. Prime Minister of India is appointed by the President. He is contesting the election, won the election. The person belonged to the particular national party. He must be the leader of the party. That party leader will be appointed as the Prime Minister of India by the President. At present, Mr. Narendra Modi is the Prime Minister. He contested in the election. He won the election. He also is also a party leader, BJP party leader. So, the members of that party elected him as the party leader. Party leader of the BJP, and that party leader was called by the President to appoint as a Prime Minister. The President of India can nominate 12 members to Rajya Sabha. The President of India can nominate 12 members to Rajya Sabha, 2 members to the Lok Sabha. For Lok Sabha, he can nominate 2 members. For Rajya Sabha, 12 members he can nominate. The first general elections after independence India are held in 1951 to 52. First general election throughout India held the year 1951 to 52. That period, the first general election throughout our country, India, held. Then the next, fill in the blanks. The Constitution of India was finally adopted 26th November 1949. Constitution of India our Constitution was written by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. He was the member of the drafting committee of the Constitution. Finally, it was adopted in the year 1949, 26th November. 2 types of democracy are direct and indirect democracy. Already we have seen that direct and indirect democracy. These are the 2 types of democracy. Our country also a democratic country. We follow the indirect democracy because India is a vast democratic country. Here, our country cannot follow the direct democracy. Here the direct participation of the people is impossible, so we follow indirect democracy. Our country is ruled by the representative, people's representatives. So it is an example of indirect democracy. An example for direct democracy is Switzerland. Switzerland is a small country where it is possible to directly take direct participation of the people, so there the direct democracy is followed. India is a parliamentary form of democracy. Parliamentary form of democracy. The parliament located in New Delhi, two houses are there, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Jawaharlal Nehru was first Prime Minister of independent India. The first general election held in the year 1951. In that first general election, Congress party won majority seats. Jawaharlal Nehru was one of the leader of the Congress. So that leader of the party, Congress party, was appointed as the Prime Minister of India by the President. The first general election were held in British India in the year 1920. First general elections were held in British India in the year 1920. That is before independence. Before independence, India was ruled by the British. They were ruling especially three provinces, that is present Chennai, Mumbai and Kolkata, where the three provinces the British people were ruling. They conducted the elections in the provinces. Provincial elections were undertaken by these British people. That first general election was held in the year 1920. Seventh one, the Parliament House in India was designed by Edwin Lutyens and Herbert Baker. These are the two British people designed the Parliament House. Present Parliament House was designed by these two British people. Now they are planning, the present government is planning to construct the new building for the Parliament. For that, the foundation stones are laid by the Prime Minister. Okay. Then the next one is match the following. Autocracy, autocratic ruler. That is, North Korea is an example for autocracy, autocratic rule. The autocratic rule means ruler only supreme, no right given to the people. That is autocracy. Right to vote. People in India getting the voting right at the age of 18. That is the right to vote. Right to vote. That is franchise, adult franchise. We follow the adult franchise. That is for age only the criteria to cast our vote. That is right to vote. Chanakya Arthasastra. Chanakya wrote Arthasastra. Chanakya wrote a book called Arthasastra. Theocracy. Vatican City was ruled by the Pope. Theocratic rule. The religious Catholic leader ruled from Vatican. That is theocracy. Give short answers. Give Abraham Lincoln's definition for democracy. Give Abraham Lincoln's definition for democracy. It is a 2-mark question. It's an important question. Abraham Lincoln gave a definition for democracy. That is page number 231. Already we have marked that one. The definition should not be changed. As it is, you have to write, then only you will get the mark. Abraham Lincoln, one of the president of USA, defines democracy as a government of the people, by the people and for the people. This is the definition given by the first president of USA. He defined the democracy of the people, by the people and for the people. Of the people, by the people and for the people. Should not be changed. Somebody change and write this. So those who are changing this definition will not be getting the marks. Mention the forms of democracy. Mention the forms of democracy. That is page number 240. Two forms of democratic government, that is parliamentary form of government and presidential form of government. The democratic form, two forms are there: parliamentary form of government and presidential form of government. Our country, in an example of parliamentary form of government, USA is an example of presidential form of government. These two forms. Then the next one is distinguish between direct and indirect democracy. Distinguish between direct and indirect democracy. This distinguish, we have seen that also same page number 240, types of democracy. There are two types of democracy: direct democracy and indirect democracy. Direct democracy, example, ancient Greek city-states, Switzerland, these are the countries are example for the direct democracy. Indirect democracy, India is an example for indirect democracy, even USA also mentioned here. So I have revised these one words. Choose the correct answer, fill in the blanks, and match the following, all these one words, and short answer, 3 short answer. You may be thorough with these answers, I think so. So you must learn. If you read 2-3 times, it will be easily understandable. So you learn all this today itself. Thank you.